Welcome to the Linking Slinkies Podcast, hosted by me, Howie.
And me, Al.
Just a couple of mates who thought were pretty fun in high school and no excuse to catch up now that we're old dads with busy schedules.
Catch up every week to discuss the good old days as well as what is going on nowadays in our lives. So if you're into Disney princesses, then this is the podcast for you.
Subscribe for new episodes every Monday at 8 a.m. And remember, never try to fix your mate's princess. Slinky.
2 episodes back into the year and nailing that intro. Can't wait for the outro.
I get so nervous about it every week.
Know.
It's why don't we just do it once and then we just play it?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah, but then I'd have to edit it even more, mate.
Okay.
I want less work.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about that. That's fine.
I've already sent off to NASA to build an AI algorithm to remove all your sniffs and coughs.
Yeah, right.
So they're getting back to me next Tuesday.
Yeah. And you went to NASA because I am out of this world. Is that what you're saying?
Just because it's really, really hard.
Anyway, moving on.
How's your week, mate?
Mate, it's been a chase your tail kind of week. I'm getting old, have to get stuff cut out of me now. Apparently that's the thing. So went in for some like it's not surgery, but I guess what defines surgery? Like they cut me open.
Yeah, I'd say that's
and then
like
they sewed me back up. Yeah, then they
yeah.
sewed me back up. Yeah. Like it's not a huge recovery kind of thing, but
yeah.
Anyway, no, fuck it. Surgery. Went in for surgery. And I've got stuff cut out of my nose and I've got stuff cut out of my back. And I tell you what, you know the numbing needle they put in?
Yeah.
We need a numbing needle before the numbing needle. The numbing needle sucked. You know, COVID test, how they shove something up your nose? Picture that, but a needle. Like shoved a needle in my nose and my eyes just start leaking. I was not crying. But I just had this huge hay fever. Like I just needed to sneeze with a needle up your nose. All right, for all the kids at home, shove a needle up your nose and then try and not sneeze. All right, that's a new game I'll play. You know that stupid planking thing on side of buildings? Yeah, new thing. Shove a needle in your nose, try not to sneeze. Anyway, did that. Eyes started leaking and needed to sneeze. And doctor's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "All right, now you're gonna feel a bit of a sting." Like I've already felt the sting.
Oh.
And then they press the numbing stuff, and then it burns, sort of thing. It goes in. So the first one was really painful. Second one was a little bit better. Anyway, it takes a little bit to kick in. Then they cut the thing out. That was fine. Didn't feel the cut. Same in the back. It just felt like, just a needle going in. The back wasn't as bad as the nose. And then I didn't even feel them cut the back out. I thought he was cutting like the plastic that was on my back open so he could get to my back. And he's like, all done. Like, oh, really? But then they burn, like they solder it. So they get like this thing and they like heat, like it's like a soldering iron kind of thing, but a human flesh one. Your body smells like popcorn when it's happening, but like gross popcorn, So if you go to the movies and smell popcorn, it could be burning flesh. That's all I'm saying. It might not be popcorn. Anyway, so they're burning your nose and you can feel that it's hot, but it doesn't hurt too much. But then the nurse said, "Are you okay?" And I nodded to say, "Yeah, I'm fine." But I nodded as he's doing it. So then he just shoved the soldering iron like next to my eye. That hurt a fair bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was all right. Then burned the back and sewed it up and stuff like that. And that's okay. But then when the numbing goes away, like just it's not bad. It's just like a green ant bite, just an uncomfortable sting. And I don't know, just any stitches and stuff are just bloody annoying.
Your favorite green ant bites?
Fucking hate green ant bites. I'd rather get bitten by a great white shark or punched in the face than get bitten by a green ant. If I get bitten by a green ant, I'm yelling out to my mum.
You still haven't said what you got cut out. What like?
Oh, just like suspected
stuff.
Yes, suspected cancery things. So I got to wait. Then you've got to wait, right? So then you go through this anxious wait for like a week, and then regardless, they call you and be like, "Oh, the doctor needs to see you." Like, oh, great. When can I get an appointment? Oh, not for a week.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool. I'll just not sleep for a week.
Just not sleep. Then you go in, they're like, "Yeah, everything's fine. Went really well." And you're like, could have just been an email, couldn't it? Or a text. Yeah, a letter at the very least, But anyway, so I got in early and booked the appointment because this is what happens every other time I've had something like this. So I booked the appointment early. So try not to stress about it. Clearly working, as you can tell from the tone of my voice. And yeah, go from there.
So how did you have something on your back? You're never out tanning without your shirt on?
That's not how melanoma works, mate. The sun can get in contact with your skin from anywhere, and it can pop up anywhere.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because you played a lot of cricket. Well, I don't know if you still play cricket, but you've always played cricket because that must be such a high rate of melanoma in people that play cricket because you're standing in the sun all day.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm shit at sunscreen. I hate the feeling of my skin being greasy. And because I'm bald, I sunscreen my head. But then you sweat, it ends up in my eyes and it stings.
Yeah. Okay.
You think I'd learn, but yeah, it's either do I want a stinging head from sunburn or do I want stinging eyes from sunscreen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're listening to this banana boat, can you make a sunscreen for bald men? Of course they listen. Yeah, of course they're listening. Why wouldn't they be listening? Can we tag them in this? But yeah, and then just their doctors are always late. I don't know what they're like in Queensland, but here they're always late. And I try and go, all right, look, if I was the patient, I would like that they did the job with me properly and didn't rush it. But as the next patient coming in, like, motherfucker, my appointment's 1:30 or whatever it is. What are you doing? So it's like always late.
So I'm not sure if it's because you're in Tamworth, a small rural place in New South Wales, or it's the difference between New South Wales and Queensland. But Brisbane has fantastic doctors. It's all bulk billed, so it's all free. Most of the time, I can get in that day. Worst case scenario, the next day. There's 3 different doctors within a 5-minute drive of where I am. So I can pick and choose. Doesn't matter. I have an app on my phone called Hot Doc.
Yeah.
That's for porn. But I have this other one for my doctor. It's literally called Hot Doc. I was like, do you want to download Hot Doc? Yeah. Appointments. Oh, I guess.
Yes.
So. Anyway,
Maybe I book an appointment for them.
You click on the app. You pick the time you want. You confirm it on there. You walk in the doctors. You click, I'm here. You don't even have to go to the front desk. And it tells you what place you are in the queue. It's you're third, second, first. So most of the time, it's like, you're second. So it's like, okay, it's only going to be 10, 15-minute wait. And you just sit there and it's like, boom, you're in. Yeah. And it's free.
So I could be late to the doctors and still, know where I'm up to.
Yep.
Yeah. You didn't tell me you had that app on your phone when we did the app episode, mate.
No,
I demand a recount.
Well, now I switched over to iPhone. I have got a lot more apps.
Yeah, see?
Here we go. No, but it's really good. I went to the doctor this morning. It was easy as just boom, check in, done.
Yeah. So the AIDS it's okay or?
Flaring up a bit, but she'll be right, mate.
Flaring up a bit, yeah. Right. Yeah. Remember when I thought like the cure to AIDS could be like, it's cancer, could be like Smarties and Mountain Dew or something.
No one's ever
put these together.
I'm sure there's enough chemicals in those 2 products to form something. No, but it's honestly, it is very hard in Tamworth. If you haven't been to the doctors in Tamworth, waiting minimum, a week, 2 weeks? It's like, you're sick for work, just go to the doctors. Okay, how? Whereas here, I can get a medical certificate that afternoon for work if I need it.
I know they're like, you need a medical certificate. Like I've never really had to worry about that, but I've had people that have.
Yeah.
Like, you need a doctor's certificate.
Okay, how?
Yeah. So you go to the chemist, they're like, we're not accepting this.
Or they charge you. How much do they charge at the chemist? $30?
I think it's only $15 or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But people don't accept chemist ones. So, but I remember, no, I actually did have it once. I was really, really sick, like legitimately sick. I'd never had a sick day. And it was just this policy of this place I worked at to like, you must have a doctor's certificate.
Yeah.
So I spent the whole day calling doctors and stuff to try and get this certificate instead of actually resting.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the certificate to the day after. And it knocked me about for a couple of days. But like if I just had that day resting and not stressed, I reckon I could have been back the next day.
Yeah, I get that if you're having more than 2 days off, I get that you need a certificate. But how many, like if you're sick, chances are Yeah, it's just
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
You get 10 days a year. If you go over those 10 days, maybe get a certificate.
Yeah, or
those
if
10
it's
days
longer than 4 days, 4 days in a row.
Yeah.
But I guess every place is different.
Yeah, but the 10 days are yours. You should use them however you see fit. You shouldn't have to prove you're sick.
Yeah, I rarely take sick leave sort of thing, even if I'm sick, because I've got kids at home. It's if I'm sick, I get more rest at work.
Yeah.
Having a sick day. Rather drive into work and have a rest there. But I hope you don't have melanoma, mate. You'll be fine. You'll be right.
Thanks, mate. You should be right, mate. Should be right. Otherwise, I've got some Smarties and some Sprite in the fridge in the cupboard. Knock that over in a jiffy.
You'll be right, mate. But yeah, doctors, hey. So I had a pretty good week, mate. Last Saturday, I was in a float tank. Do you know what a float tank is?
I do know what a float tank is, but for all the listeners that don't, hit us up.
The tank that you float in.
Right. Any water, or is it just there's just no gravity, so you just walk in and float?
So it's like a big, it's almost like a tube, but basically it's pitch black in there. There's warm water, not too warm.
Oh, warm water. Yeah. So anyone thinking it's moose semen, it's
yeah,
actually water. Yeah. So he didn't clarify.
But they put shitloads of salt in there. Is it? I don't know what the ingredient, whatever it is, but you float on it. You can't sink in it, no matter what.
Right.
You just lie. I think it's like the Epsom salt that you have in your bath. I think it's a lot of that. So whatever, I'm sure there's other stuff in it as well. But basically, you just float on the surface on there. And I got a Groupon for my birthday for an hour float session. So you get in there. You should have to shower before, because I'm a stinky bastard. I think they just asked me to shower. Normally you don't have to. And then you lie in there and they play 10 minutes of music, and then it's 40 minutes of silence, and then 10 minutes of music, and then to get out after that.
Yeah. How do you get out?
You just open the thing. It's funny though, because when I went in there, this place, it's in the back of an old looking business house. It's okay, but it's definitely the cheapest one around.
It's not a beauty spa.
Oh yeah. I don't know how often they clean it too. And I go at the back, and she goes to open it up, and she's like, and like I'm just going, sometimes it gets stuck. Like, can you imagine if you're claustrophobic, you've just spent an hour in the dark, and or you just get a bit of water in your mouth, and you're like, I better get out, and you can't get out of it because it's pitch black in there as well.
Yeah.
But I had my watch on, so I could have shined it around to look.
Yeah.
But I wanted to also have a shower when I got home. No, this is what happened. So I got out there, and she's like, I showered beforehand, right before I got in the car. And I was like, I don't want to shower, but waste my time now. I want to get in and get out, right? So she's like, take off your clothes, have a shower, get in the float tank, have a shower, and get out. Yeah. So anyway, I take off my clothes, but I leave my undies on because I'm like, should I be naked? Should I not be naked? I don't know. If someone says take off your clothes and get in the tank, do you assume your undies?
I think so.
Well, I left my undies on because I thought that'd be a bit weird if I took it off. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there in the float tank. I'm like, this is great. Meditate. It's like a deep meditation. I'm feeling good, feeling nice and relaxed. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in my undies. How am I going to get out? Because I didn't bring a change of clothes there. So I'm either going to walk out with wet undies on under my shorts, or walk past them holding my wet undies by like this. I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? So I was like, don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just enjoy the float tank. Enjoy the float tank. Undies, damn it. So I got out, and I grabbed another towel, and I'm drying my undies as much as I can, trying to get them dry as possible. I was like, all right. Because I didn't have time for a shower after. I was like, fuck it, I'll just shower after. So I put my shorts back on, my wet, semi-wet undies. Bye. Walk out past them, soaking pants, because I thought it'd look really weird. But I didn't shower after. And because there's so much salt in a float tank, my body looked like, I don't know, I was a snake shedding its skin. just a layer of salt over my body. And I went to the chemist after and I looked in the mirror and my ears were like full of salt. I was like, I must look like the weirdest guy ever. But pants are wet from undies, salt all over my body at the chemist. Like, this guy needs all the help he can get.
You look like a roast pork before it goes in the oven.
Yeah, I legit did. So anyway, I got had a shower. But it's good.
Bloody crackling owl. Imagine that. Crackling owl.
That was good fun, mate. But have you ever done a float tank?
I've wanted to, but as you know, I have this thing about being buried alive.
Yeah.
Would it be similar to that? Like, is it actually okay? Is it relaxing?
It is. It's definitely not for everyone. So I'm not a big meditation guy. I wish I was. I can meditate and stuff, but it is quite. I've got a very half ADD brain where I'm thinking about 17 things at once and anxiously worrying about 20 other things. So it's a good thing for me to try and overcome those things while I'm in the float tank and to just try and be in the moment and present. And I'd imagine if you're claustrophobic or you do have ADHD, it would be very hard to sit in there for the full hour and just do nothing. But it's very. I
might start with a half hour.
Yeah. But half an hour is not quite long enough because it'd take you 10 minutes to settle down. Then it'll go quick. It goes quick. I think you'd be right. As long as you know you can easily get out, that you're not locked in there, I think you'll be fine. But it's sort of it's really good for your mind to sort of overcome that and just sit still for an hour and just relax.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. No, I reckon I'd be fine. Like, it's not like it's a fear, but it's not something that I like hyperventilate about. Like, I've been been in tight spaces and it hasn't really bothered me. But I don't know. Sounds good though.
Yeah,
sounds good.
I'll get you a grip on for one, mate.
Thanks, mate. I don't want to go to Uncle Ben's. Yeah, can we? Do they do couples?
Yeah, we'll do head to toe.
Nah, it's head to head, mate.
Which head? Got a 69 in there.
Can you roll over in the salt or what?
Yeah, it's face down, right?
I think if hopefully you and I die at the same time, and our families just save money instead of 2 funerals. So just put them in the one casket; it'll be fine.
2-for-1 discount, mate.
Head to toe.
But they also that's the second time I've done it. The first time I also did a infrared sauna they have there as well. Have you ever done a sauna?
No, mate. No.
Oh, you haven't? Yeah. It's they're really good as well.
Oh no, the infrared sauna. Yeah, sorry, no, I have done that. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that as well. This time I didn't do it, but I want to do that again.
Yeah.
It's good.
Look at you, mate. Looking after your body.
That's it, mate.
It's big talk about infrared saunas and snow, like you're in the snow, infrared sauna, back into the snow.
Yeah.
And this, I haven't looked into it, but something about like your immunity building up, going from 1 to 2.
Yeah, I think it's really good for you. A lot of European countries do that. Like they have a sauna, you jump out into the snow, jump back into the sauna.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really good for your body.
Yeah. No, mate, I'll have to try it.
Yeah.
You've convinced me.
That's good. Looking after the body, mate.
Yeah, because we're getting old.
Yeah, I'm getting old. I was just saying before we started the pod that I went to pee, and I'll probably have to pee again in this freaking podcast. But I make that old man noise now every time I get up and down. It's like, every time I'm like, all right, this is my body now. I'm just the old man that gets up and down off the couch and makes the noise. Why is that? My body
I don't know. How funny are noises though? Noises, like it always fascinates me. And I think Carl Barron made a joke, like, why is the noise one? Like one. It's like a really funny noise. But anyway, this week I had a really good chat with some clients, and a mate of mine showed me this game, and it's basically you make a noise, and then the other person's got to make that noise only with their mouth. So my friend and I were playing this, and it was really, really funny. And I've played it with a heap of clients this week as well. So you can tap like on the bench, and then you've got to make that with your mouth.
Okay, let me do something, and you.
Hang. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Explain what you're doing.
I am holding up my delicious Monster Energy Ultra
Mhm.
Gold, available
Mhm.
only at BP at the moment.
Okay.
Match my shirt.
Okay.
And I'm going to squeeze that loudly into the microphone and you can copy that. Ready?
Yep. It's the funnest game.
Spot on, mate.
Sometimes, all right, are you ready? I'll do one. I'm going to
Okay.
drop a pen from a height. Yeah.
Was that close?
It sounded exactly like it.
You should do that with your farts.
You gotta make the noise in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's kept me entertained for most of the week. That's
Nice.
my week.
Nice, mate. Nice, mate. So I've also been thinking. I've had some time to think in the float tank, mate. But I see this funny TikTok where it's just a person on a train, and they're just filming the random people. And do you know what an NPC is?
NPC.
Yeah, in video games they call an NPC a
non-player character. Yeah.
So it's just the other characters in the video game, right?
Yeah.
And this person's like, oh, these people have no idea I'm the main character. And I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. Because I've thought that before where it's like, this is my video game going through life and these other people are like NPCs. And I looked it up and I was wondering, is this a real syndrome? Do other people feel this? Like, it's not an official syndrome, but main character syndrome is where you feel like you're the main character in life because everyone else is an NPC. It's like playing a video game.
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
I don't know. Like, I think at times maybe. I don't think it'd be all the time, but like,
not all the
time. I think there's, I don't know, maybe moods you're in where you don't really notice other people. You're just so much in your head.
So you think about it.
Yeah, probably.
Every single person you see at the shop, they've had a full life. If they're 30, 40, 50 years old, they've ate 3-4 times a day, every single day. They've had kids. They've had stuff cut off their skin. They've had full lives. And you just see them at the shop for a second.
Yeah.
Are they even real, mate? And is any of this real? Or is this all just a simulation, mate?
Well, sometimes I think of that. I think, is life actually happening outside of our town? Like is everyone just on pause in other towns and countries until we get there, and then they, obviously not, because I know there's live footage and stuff. Like, I get that. God, this sounds stupid explaining it, but in my head, I'm just everywhere else is just on pause, and then when I turn up in that town, everything starts.
I wonder if people only think of that nowadays because of technology and movies and the internet. Whereas, did you think of that when you were bean farming in the 1600s? Were you really thinking about other people, or were you just thinking about your beans?
Well, they didn't know anyone else was out there.
That's true.
Like, it's just us. Like, even then, if we look at other galaxies and stuff like that, what's going on there? What's going on there at the moment? Are they just on pause until we get there? Because it's like, I don't know, remember the old GTA? Like, you'd be driving so quick down the highway that stuff is trying to spawn whilst you're driving, and you just like, there'd be just nothingness, and then there's like a building out of nowhere and stuff like that pop up, and you're like, is it just spawning because I'm there?
That's a deep question, mate. Let us know. Please send us an email, linkingslinkies@gmail.com, if you've ever felt that you've been the main character in the video game and everyone else is just a non-playing character.
Yeah.
Non-playable character.
Yeah. I think if you're a very selfish person, probably.
I think that's where it drives me.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Like, people have had all these, and that's one of the best things about my job, is I get to hear all these incredible stories about people. But other than that, like, they kind of were like, I'd see them passing by in town or at the gym or something. I know that they exist, but they didn't really exist. And now, there are these opening and talking to them and meeting them. Like, there's these incredible people that have all these stories and stuff, and it's fascinating. But outside of that, it was just, they were blips in your timeline.
Everyone has like an awesome story, or that they can tell you that's crazy that you never know about. I guess too, because when you're at work and you work in an office like I do, it's like, oh, hey, how you going? Good, thanks. Funny weather we're having. Yeah. Bye. But anyway, that morning they could have had like the craziest morning in their life, or last week, something crazy could have happened to them.
Yeah. Mate, I haven't really been on social media this week. As I said, I've been chasing my tail all week. But when I have been on, there's this shit about Joe Rogan. Can you explain to me what's going on?
So basically, for anybody that doesn't know, Big Daddy Joe is the biggest podcaster in the world, and he's not an anti-vax guy, but he's sort of the guy that questions everything, right? So if something comes out, he'll question it, sort of thing, and he'll have a scientist on his podcast and heaps of different people to talk about it. But basically, obviously, recently he's had a lot of people about COVID come on, and scientists, like he legit had a scientist that helped made mRNA vaccines, one of those like top tier scientists, and just talks about COVID openly and looks at studies and stuff. But Neil Young, do you know Neil Young? That guy? Rock. Yeah. Anyway, he was like to Spotify, take down Joe Rogan, because Joe Rogan's exclusive to Spotify. He's like, take down Joe Rogan or I'll take off my music. And they're like, yeah, no. So he took and 60% of his revenue is from Spotify, because he's not out there touring. Well, I don't know if he is, but heaps of other people have removed their music from Spotify because they're not removing Joe Rogan from their platform. Legit, the number one or two podcasts on their platform that draws in most listeners. But what annoys me is these are old hippies.
Yeah.
These are old rock star musicians that are all about free speech. Now, Joe Rogan never said, do not take the vaccine, coronavirus is fake, all these like buzzwords. He's just openly talking about his experience and having these doctors on. And they want to shut him down. They want to stop free speech. I hate this double standard of people where it's like you're an old hippie that loves punk rock, and punk rock isn't Neil Young, but whatever, and free speech and hippies, and they're like, take this man off this platform or I'll take my music off. It's like, fuck you, fuck off, fuck your music. No one's gonna listen to you. Fuck you, old man. Like, it's bullshit. But Joe Rogan also made a video as well. It's like 10 minutes long, and just explaining his situation, and he handled it perfectly. There were so many articles written about him that he had to address the issue. Yeah, he just got in there and explained his situation. He's like, I'm sorry they feel that way. I'm still a fan of their music. I hope they feel otherwise later on.
Yeah. I don't know when we had this thing in society that if you don't agree with that person, you can't like them. Like, you and I disagree on shitloads all the time. We've still been best mates. Every episode. We've still like it, and not once has it crossed my head not to like you anymore. And like, it doesn't frustrate me. It doesn't, like, you have an opinion, I have an opinion. It doesn't, like, but yeah, our society at the moment is, if you don't have the same opinion as me, I need to harm you or I need to protest you, not have a discussion. Like, this is how things got invented, was people having an opinion or an idea that might have differed from the norm. I'll always listen to people's idea, and I'll always then make my own decision, but at no point will I then hate them for it.
Exactly. The open discussion. Like, and it's people, I've seen people that, I don't care either way of your vaccination status, whatever, for or against, whatever. It doesn't affect me directly. I'm not going to worry about it. But you see people online that are happy when people that were against the vaccine die of COVID. And they're like, ha ha ha, sucked in, you fucking retarded dickhead. You die. I'm like, that's a bit much. Like, really? You're happy they died? Yeah, I feel sorry for these people that were against the vaccine and then they die of COVID. I feel sorry for them. How can you feel malicious thoughts against a person that just died for that?
Because it's hard in this world, because there's nothing that's definitive. There's no definitive answer to stuff. There is, people get given information to make an informed decision as best they can. Some people's brains are for it, whatever it might be, and some people's brains are against it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anybody's wrong. It just means with the information that you're presented, except for flat earthers, like everything else, everything else is open for discussion. Flat earthers are just like, what more proof? What more proof do you need? You know, the sun disappears and someone on the other side of the world can see it. Like, you know, that's clearly we're round.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything else I think is
But if a flat earther died, you wouldn't be like, ha ha ha, stupid flat earther, they don't matter.
No,
right?
no, absolutely not. Yeah,
That's
absolutely
what I don't
not.
understand.
Yeah, yeah. I would hope that as their bodies getting taken up to a spaceship that they see the world's round.
But I imagine if we fell off the edge of the world, they would be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's I don't care. I don't care what your opinion or whatever it is. I don't care what it is. As long as you're not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
And
well, I think that's what they were saying. They're saying Joe Rogan is hurting people by spreading misinformation about that sort of stuff, which I don't think he was.
Yeah.
But they were saying he was. But it's just ridiculous. I mean,
yeah. I don't know enough about it, so I won't comment. But yeah.
So anyway, we're removing ourselves from Spotify.
Removing ourselves from Spotify.
Headline: The Linking Slinkies Podcast. All 7 of their listeners. Oh my God. Spotify revenue crashed.
Do you reckon Batuta would team up with us? Yeah. Local podcast boys remove themselves from Spotify. All 7 listeners are devastated.
Imagine the advertising for us. Blow up. We might double our numbers.
So, send them a message. See what happens. Yeah, right. Okay, that makes more sense. I thought Joe did something wrong and they were getting rid of him, and I'm like, why would they get rid of him?
They'll never. They just spent $120 million on him. There's no way.
I like his podcasts are really professionally done. His topics are really good. His guests are really good. I again don't agree with all of them. Like some of them are really dumb, but some of them are really good too. Yeah. But never not like him. Yeah.
Exactly. There's been heaps of podcasts. I'm a big fan of listening for years. And I've listened to episodes where I don't agree with what he's talking about at all. Still listen to it. I still like it. You don't have to. I get that if you're strongly opinionated on something, it can be hard to listen to that, but to not like or go to such drastic ends, it's ridiculous. It's like TikTok, mate. TikTok. So I got one of our videos banned off TikTok.
Which one?
Have a guess.
Not the hidden camera one.
No, where I drank disinfectant.
Oh, yeah.
Pretended to drink it. It was just a video, silly little video that said on the disinfectant, I noticed it said kills COVID-19. And I thought, it'd be funny if a video where it's like, I look at the bottle and I drink the bottle. Obviously, I didn't even, it took me 3 seconds to film and post. I didn't even think about it. And it got heaps of likes, heaps of views and stuff. And then I get a notification for TikTok. It's like, your video has been removed from violating community guidelines. And I'm like, what? Why? But I had rethought and I wrote in the description, try this at home, kids.
Yeah, fair enough. Refilm.
But yeah, I know. I think if you get a couple banned, they'll actually ban your whole TikTok account. So I don't want that. So go follow us on TikTok, Linking Slinkies, and give us some likes and views and stuff, and so we don't get banned. Support free speech, right? But today's main topic, Howie, is wait for it. I have to pee before we start the main topic too.
Oh, okay. No.
But why don't you get the ball rolling, mate? We're going to be talking about Disney princesses.
All right. I've got them all up here, and they're basically in the order that I love them in anyway.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, I'm going to pee, so I'm not going to edit this out. So keep talking, by the way. Howie's going to fill you in some information, and I'm going to pee and wash my hands and come back.
Yeah. Oh, he didn't do the thing. All right, gang. So we're going to talk about Disney princesses. I don't know about you, but I'm a huge fan of Disney movies as an adult white bearded male. I actually really love Disney movies. I think Nemo is probably one of my favorite. Or Little Mermaid. I love the Little Mermaid. Lion King, I can't get around. It's a little bit too sad, but I enjoyed it. And what did I watch the other? I watched Tarzan the other day. Tarzan was pretty good. But this isn't princesses, is it? So I'm really curious to see what Alex's is. I have a list of Disney princesses at the moment. And I'm excited for you guys to write in and tell me what your favorite Disney princess is. Alex is back. Do you wash your hands?
Yeah, mate.
Okay, good. Good.
Clean.
I met someone who pisses twice in half an hour, though.
Because I drink so much everything. All right, we're going to do top Disney princesses, mate.
Your bladder looks like a tennis racket.
Yeah, it's a ping pong ball.
Just...
But so the other night, my daughter is obsessed with Snow White. And she loves the Snow White book. So every night I've been reading Snow White. The same story over and over and over again. And I was like, Snow White is the worst princess ever. What did Snow White do? Nothing. She cleaned a house, ate an apple, fell asleep, woke up. That's it. Right?
Right.
Why would you look up to Snow White as a role model? So then I thought, let's go through. Have you got a list of Disney princesses?
I do, mate. I do.
All right. Give me some.
Look, in terms of badass princesses, I think, like, how are we scoring them?
Actually did something. Like, I'll give you an example. Okay. Merida. Brave. Have you seen Brave?
I was just about to say something about Merida.
Love Merida. Fantastic Disney princess. Fantastic movie. Brave is awesome. So she's kick-ass. She rides a cool horse, fires a bow, and then when she's into one of these forced marriages, she's like against it. Whereas all the other princesses are like, I just want a prince. I want a prince. I'm going to clean a house and get a prince and whatever. Whereas Merida's like, it's just my beau. I'm not fucking marrying no fucking prince. I'm going to challenge him to a fucking archery contest. She does it.
Amazing. Yeah. I'm with you. No, I'm with you. Okay. So Merida.
I'd say Merida's number one. Oh, although, yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's temper in at number one.
Okay. I'm going to go Milan.
Ooh, Milan.
Like Milan, she took on an entire army to protect her family because her dad was too old to fight. So she pretended to be a boy, trained, took on an army twice. Like, she had magic dragon help and stuff like that too. Like, you know.
Did she win? I don't really remember Milan.
Yeah, she won. Of course she won. It's a Disney movie. It always has a happy ending.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So in terms of badassery,
I think she beats.
I'm going with Milan.
Yeah.
But Brave is there. Brave has a cool story. Like, it's Brave, what she did. But yeah, no, I'm going Milan.
Okay, I'm going Merida. Okay, give me some other ones.
Look, Ariel. Ariel's probably my favorite.
Ariel.
Little Mermaid.
Ariel.
Ariel, isn't it? Princess Ariel. Princess Ariel.
I don't know. Ariel? I don't know.
Is it Princess? How do I spell Ariel?
Ariel.
Ariel. I put
Ariel.
I put A-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-R-Ariel? Or is it Ariel? No, not a big fan of that, Google. Please spell this correctly, basically, they've told me. I don't know. Write us in. Is it Princess Ariel or Princess Ariel? And the spelling is A, as many R's as you're willing to give us.
Ariel. Maybe it's Australian. Ariel.
Princess Ariel.
She's all right, but what did she do?
Didn't
she sell out something? Her voice or something? I can't remember.
She stopped singing, I think, to live on the land. Isn't that what she did? So she could live on the land with the prince?
There's so many people listening to this, like so annoyed that we
Just so triggered right now.
Yes.
Just, why do a topic about something you don't even know about? Princess Ariel's the best, and it's pronounced Ariel. I can just say it. What did Princess Ariel do? What did Princess Ariel?
Nothing.
Ariel is the seventh born daughter of King Triton and Queen Athena of an underwater kingdom of merfolk called Atlantica. Yeah. She's often rebellious, and in the first film, she longs to be part of the human world. She marries a prince whom she rescued from a shipwreck, and together they have a daughter, Melody. That's what Ariel known for.
That's it.
A bright spirit, headstrong, mentioned princess with a strong passion for adventure. She just loves adventure, man.
You see what I mean? They're so overrated.
She dreamt of living on land as a human. She rescued the human.
Just overrated, mate. She didn't do anything. She's a mermaid, fish lady.
Yeah. I know she didn't do anything, but I just like the show. That's all. Or the movie.
Who else we got?
Pocahontas.
Oh yeah, she's pretty badass. She did something cool, didn't she?
We
really should have watched.
It's just a character. Maybe we should have watched all the movies before we brought this topic up. But anyway, as long as we're triggering people, that's kind of what this podcast is all about, really, isn't it? Yeah. People just write us in after the fact.
Yeah.
We should get people to write us in before.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we might tackle this again. This is part one.
Well,
you write us in this week, and we're going to. So we're just going to
movies too.
Yeah, let's butcher it as much as we can this week. Next week we'll get it right, and maybe we'll get taken off Spotify for just
saying the C word
or publishing false.
All right, what about the long-haired chick in the tower?
Rapunzel. Is it Rapunzel?
Rapunzel. What'd she do? She was locked in a tower, had long hair, got rescued. The end.
Pocahontas is based on the actual historical figure, or loosely based. Sorry.
Okay.
So I guess Pocahontas would be up there. Let's say number 2 or 3.
3.
Rapunzel is a fictional character who appears in Walt Disney's animation studios. What is she known for?
Having long hair. Getting rescued. Doing nothing.
She has her long blonde hair has magical healing and restoration powers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does your hair have restoration powers?
Not that I know of, but I've never checked. What about Elsa, mate? Elsa's got to be up there. She's pretty cool.
She's not in the top few ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 here. She's not in the top 10.
I'd put her in top 10 easy. She's badass. She freezes shit, got real pissed off and left and lived in the woods. How awesome is that?
Yeah. That's mad. Like if I shot ice out of my hands, I'd do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Cinderella, like she just had a bad childhood, didn't she?
Legit lost a shoe, went to a dance, and they made a whole story out of it. The end. Cleans up.
Yeah.
Not my idol.
I lost a shoe once and everyone laughed at me.
Yeah. I get she's having a bad time with the stupid stepmom, whatever.
Yeah.
But feel sorry for you for there, mate. But come on, you lost a shoe and then you just get married. The end.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you're right. You're kind of ruining this for all young women, aren't you?
No, I'm saying we're trying to focus on the good ones. Pocahontas, Merida, Mulan. They're Elsa, kick ass. They're awesome. What's that? The one with the rock in it.
The rock in it. Oh, Moana. Yeah,
she's pretty cool.
These must be all like I'm looking at all the old ones.
Oh, but that's just I'm thinking of. That's what my kids watch. All the old. Maybe it's just the old ones that suck.
You got Belle out of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but what'd she do? Into bestiality, hung out in a castle, talked to some spoons. What else?
Yeah. Well, she turned a beast back human.
Did
she gave him a second chance?
Yeah.
Well, all right. I want you to go kiss I want you to kiss a bear. Go on. Couldn't do it, could you?
Give me a bear and I'll do it.
What if it rips your face off? Like, it doesn't matter what the spoons tell you to do.
She's all right. I guess she's on the fence. She'd be half-half.
Yeah,
right?
Half-half. Okay. We have Tiana, I think, is that from The Princess and the Frog? Yeah, she's from The Princess and the Frog.
Oh yeah, she worked.
See, I know a
hard
little
for it.
bit.
She's a hard worker,
Yeah, she works hard.
and then
We'll
got
give her
tricked
that.
by some guy in New Orleans. Maybe all the new
Princess.
princesses are kick-ass. Maybe they realize that
Yeah.
Snow White isn't a good role model for kids, that
Yeah.
they need to make some badass ones.
Yeah. Sleeping Beauty. She just fell asleep, didn't she?
Is that the one with the spinning wheel? What did she even do? Nothing.
What?
She had to
What?
avoid a needle the whole movie, and she couldn't even do that. She had one job. Don't get pricked.
She was cursed to die by the evil fairy Maleficent due to efforts of 3 good fairies. The curse was altered to instead draw Aura into a deep sleep that can only be broken by true love's kiss. Like she's had a nap.
That's it. See, this is what I'm saying. The old ones are so overrated. Like, who goes, oh, Sleeping Beauty is my favorite story in the world.
Yeah.
It's really compelling. She had to avoid a spinning wheel needle. That's deep, bro. That's fucking deep.
That's fucking deep. Okay. All right. Well, I found a new thing here now.
Righto. Hit us.
I think it's a new list. You got the one out of Princess Jasmine.
Oh yeah, Aladdin. What, she loved a poor guy.
Yeah, she loved a poor guy.
What else?
Oh, she helped him thieve some stuff though and make the world better, I guess. Pretty cool. She was part of it. Yeah, she didn't just go to sleep. Yeah, I reckon that's all right.
All right, I'll give her a pass.
Pocahontas, we spoke about protagonist of the film.
linkingslinkies@gmail.com.
It's all just about who played them. I want to know more about it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got some research. This is part 1. Disney Princesses, part 1.
Yeah.
Next week, we're going to make a top. Let's make it a top 5 list?
Have you seen Raya?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's all right. She's all right.
So she's the 3rd princess after Moana and Merida not to have a love interest.
See, that's good. I think they write these princesses as characters that go, they do something, they find the prince, they live happily ever after. The end. Yeah.
I'm with you. And then Princess Madrigal.
Who's that off?
Encanto.
Enchanto.
Enchanto. I think it's a new film.
Yeah, I think I've seen some of it.
Yeah. Former Disney princesses. We got Tinkerbell. We got Esmeralda. We got Princess Honorary Official Princesses. Princess Elsa. Yeah. Here she is. Princess Anna.
Nah, she sucks.
Yeah, she didn't do anything, did she?
No.
Yeah, I'm feeling you.
See?
I'm seeing what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah, see what I mean? Maybe all the new ones are kick-ass, or like a lot of the new ones are better, but the old ones suck.
Oh, they're bringing out a new Princess Ariel. Bringing out, new
Ariel.
Little Mermaid movie in 2023. They're bringing out a Snow White movie and they're bringing out a Rapunzel movie.
See, Snow White, you skip it. Forget it. Why would you even redo that? Oh, here I am cleaning up. Oh, here I am looking after some dwarfs. Here I am falling asleep. The end. That's it. All right. Part 1 of Disney Princesses. Next week, tune in. Send us some email, linkingslinkies@gmail.com, or comment below if you're listening on YouTube, and we'll get a top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5 Disney princesses, and let's do bottom 5 as well.
And the 5 worst and the 5 best. And our scoring system is ones that are badass.
Yeah.
It's okay if they have a love interest, but they don't need a love interest.
Yes,
they're
definitely.
strong, independent women that are good role models for our daughters.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the 5 worst ones are the ones that just did nothing.
Exactly. And I'm sure we're forgetting about some because I'm sure we'll get hit up about that. But
my YouTube search history is going to be messed up this week. Someone will be like, "Oh, show us that video on YouTube," and then they'll just see my YouTube is just princesses. Anything you want to tell us, Dylan? Yep. Love Disney princesses. I reckon I could look them in the eye and say that. Though. Like,
Yeah.
I love a Disney movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's Princess Nemo?
Princess Nemo,
Yeah, I love Nemo.
the fish.
Yeah.
Isn't that a boy?
Yeah, but we're going with Princess.
Okay.
Princess
Nemo.
Princess Nemo. Prince Nemo. Is it a boy? Did they ever say it's a boy in the movie?
I have no idea. I haven't watched Finding Nemo for 10 years.
Did they ever say if Nemo is a boy or a girl? Welcome to the Linking Slinkies Podcast, where you just listen to Dylan type into Google. Or Howie. What's my name?
I don't know.
Say my name. Say my name. Nemo hatches as an undifferentiated hermaphrodite. As
Hermaphrodite?
all clownfish. Hermaphrodite? Yeah.
What?
As all clownfish are born, while his father transforms into a female now that this female mate is dead. Since Nemo is the only other clownfish around, he becomes a male and mates with his father, who is now a female. Sorry, what?
Are you reading fan fiction?
No, I don't know what I'm
reading.
Yeah, I'm going to give you this. I'm just going to give you
No
this
way.
link.
What?
I'm giving you this link.
What did you type in? Is that on what website is that?
It's not. It's the Google search.
No way.
There
Are you
go.
kidding? Okay, Howie's typed in. Do it at home. Did they ever say if Nemo is a boy or girl? Was Nemo a boy or girl? Nemo hatches as an undifferentiated hermaphrodite. Isn't hermaphrodite like
Hermaphrodite,
both?
yeah.
As all clownfish are born. While his father transforms into a female, now his female mate is dead. What? Since Nemo is the only other clownfish around, he becomes a male and mates with his father. That's from businessinsider.com.
Nemo, the only swim babies.
What?
In reality, if a mother clownfish is eaten, its mate changes sex completely and becomes a female, even laying eggs.
Mind.
Researchers from university. So, wow.
Oh my
Is the
God.
Finding Nemo theory true?
Everyone, if you're listening to this right now, stop. No, keep listening and go Google this. Seriously. This is blowing my mind.
Yeah, this is an actual thing. The University of Exeter in
Finding
UK.
Nemo is a hermaphrodite.
In the fishy world, Marlin the father would have become a female and laid a new batch of eggs after mating with a younger male living in the. Oh no!
Oh my God!
Oh no! It only takes a few weeks. Oh no! What have we just discovered?
I didn't want to go down this rabbit hole.
I can't stop reading about it. And then there's all these fan theories that Nemo was merely a mental manifestation of Marlin so that he could come to grips with reality.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh, so Nemo's just crushed. Nemo's no longer my favorite Disney movie because now there's that going on.
Because she fucked her dad?
He
fucked her dad?
It's dad, mum. Dad that is a mum. Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. And the other part of that is Marlin, all the eggs died, but Marlin couldn't deal with it, so he just pretended he had a child.
Well, he's the main character.
Yeah, I know, but they're talking about the main character's actually Marlin.
He's got main character syndrome, mate. He had to
main character
come up with this weird Nemo kid. That's deep. Look into that, everyone. Oh my God.
Yeah. If you're going to come up with a son, though, why would you come up with only one fin? You know?
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. But I guess it's like in a dream where you think everything's perfect and then you look down and you only have two fingers or something.
Oh yeah, that's a sign. It's a good sign. That's a good sign you're dreaming, so you can lucid dream. If you ever want to lucid dream, look down at your hands and see if you have 5 fingers. If you don't, you know you're dreaming and you can start lucid dreaming.
Yeah. Fascinating. Mate, I think we've uncovered something
all
very
right. I got
dangerous.
some research. We got a lot of research to do for next week.
Yeah. Yeah. What an episode. It's just a heap of just false things. And then we land on that.
Okay. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Hit us up on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok before I get deleted off there. And as always,
never try to fix your mate's slinky.
Nemo.